Hi and welcome back. Today we are going to do this bag and it's called Jelly Roll, and as you can see it's a bunch of strips and it's made by the 2.5-inch Jelly Roll quilt roll. So that's what we're going to make. Here we go. I have my no-show poly mesh hooped and I'm going to go do my placement stitch. Okay, the placement stitch has stitched. Now I'm going to put my zipper face up. I always put my zip to the left, and we're going to taper zipper down, center it between the two lines or over the lines, just as long as it's centered. Okay, and then I'll go do the tack down. Okay, as you can see, it's tacked down the zipper. Now we're going to cover the bottom portion of this with batting, which is optional, and go tack it down. If you don't want the batting, just skip the next step. Okay, it's tacked down my batting, and now I'm going to trim it all the way around. Okay, once you've trimmed your batting, you're going to turn the hoop over, and you're going to take your lining and place it face down just below the zipper. Let me do it this way so you really know what I'm doing here. So you're going to have it face down just below the zipper, like that. Tape it down and tack it down. Now on this side, I roll my lining up so it doesn't get caught in my machine or on my needles, and then I just tape it so it stays rolled. Now it will go tack this down, and I'm sure it'll do the first placement for my first strip. Okay, it did. It tacked down my lining there, and it did the placement for the first strip. Now you're going to put your fabric over, making sure it's about a 1/2 inch across this line. Make sure you have a 1/2 inch over or around the side, overhang around the side. The top, you don't need that much. You're going to trim off the top, okay? So I'm going to put that down there like this, and I'm going to tape it and tack it down. Okay, it tacked it down, and it did the placement stitch for the next fabric. Okay, your fabric, you want to make sure it's going to cover all of that, and then you're going to put it face down and just line it up with the last one, the edge of the last one, and then go tack it. Let me remind you, when it folds over, it loses some. Just make sure you're still a 1/2 inch around the edges. You always want to have a 1/2 inch around all the edges, okay? Okay, it's tacked it down. Now you're just going to fold this over and finger press it over like that if you want. I'm going to put a piece of tape across the top and one across down here at the bottom. That way I don't put my fingers under there and get them chopped in the middle with a needle. Okay, now I'll go tack it down. Okay, remember what I said about making sure your fold over. Always keep an eye on the top too, because look, I almost missed that. I didn't, but I almost did. Okay, and it also did the placement stitch for the next piece. So you're going to take your next piece of fabric, face down, about a 1/2 inch over that line. I just leave my extra fabric there and go tack it. Okay, it's did my tack down now, like the other one. I'm going to fold that over, tack it down or tape it down, and then I'm going to send it over the machine and do that tack down, and then it'll do the next placement. Okay, it tacked it down, it gave a placement stitch. I'm going to put my fabric a 1/2 inch over there, make sure it's all overhangs properly, and go tack it down. Okay, tacked it down. Again, I'm going to fold it over, tape it in place, and go stitch it. I'll come back when I get to this corner. Okay, that's the only one that's a little different. Well, I decided I might as well just finish showing you all step by step. All right, once again, we're just going to put this over. Make sure it's neat. Go tack it. Okay, now we're going to press it over like so. Take our piece of tape, tape it down here, and tack it down to the next placement. Okay, it's did the tack down placement. Now this another place it down, go tack it down. The nice thing about these jelly rolls are there's no thinking of what to put together. They come in order, the colors are all organized properly. It's like makes it really easy. Okay, it's tacked it down. We're gonna fold it over, tape it, and tack it down. Okay, it's tacked it down. It did my next placement stitch. I'm gonna put my fabric over my line here and tack it down. Okay, I'm just gonna cut these bottoms off a little bit because they're annoying me. You only need a 1/2 inch at the bottom anyway, so, okay. All right, so I had tacked that down. I'll take my tape off, fold this over, tape it, and then tack it down, do the last placement. Okay, it did the last, it tacked it down, did the last placement stitch. Now here's where you want to make sure you have a 1/2 inch over. There's really not much you wouldn't. So I'm going to place it there and then go tack it down. Okay, last one, fold over and then go do the tack down. Okay. Okay, everything's all tacked down. Now I am going to trim my top because it's going to do the satin stitch across the top. So I'm going to cut my fabric as close to the stitch as I can without cutting the stitch. All the way down. Okay, and then I'm going to take it over to the machine and let it do the satin stitch and go feed my little dogs. Okay, it's did the satin stitch. Now we're going to untape our lining here. Try to untape it. Try to salvage it. We're going to turn this over. Oh, almost took it out of the hoop. That would have sucked. Okay, fingers here. Oh, hecker. Okay. Too many tapes here. All right, so now we're just going to pull this down nice and taut. That, and tape it to my hoop here at the bottom and over here at the bottom. Send it back over to the machine and it'll do a tack down. Okay, it's tacked the lining down and it also did the placement stitches for my purse tabs, so I will tape those in place. Okay, they're all taped in place. Now I'll go tack them down. Okay, it's tacked down the purse straps and now it wants the back fabric. I have went ahead and sewed together my fabric to match it. And I will set it on an angle the same as that is, sort of, kind of, best I can do. And I will go tack it down. Wait, first I want to put batting. Okay, so I have my fabric laid the way I want to, and now I'm going to take my piece of fabric and I'm going to lay it over top of that. And this is my back fabric. This is a piece of fabric that'll show on the back of my bag, okay? So I'm going to put my batting, make sure I'm covering my line because I didn't pre-cut it, and go tack it down. OMG, what do you notice about this right now? All right, I forgot to open my zipper. That's before you put this down. So let me take out these little stitches right here and open it and close it back up. All better, I cut out that little corner and then I use my long tweezers and I take the zip and I push it in. All right, let me go restitch this. Okay, all fixed, all tacked down. Now I am going to go around and trim my batting as close to the, as close to the seam as I can, okay? Because I don't want this, and I have to go a certain way because my fabric, I don't want to go this way because then I'll cut into that fabric, so make sure I'm going the right way. I guess you really don't need the camera on to watch me trim. Okay, it's all trimmed, and I'm getting the camera caught. Now I'll turn it over, and I will cut my zipper area out. Now that my zipper's fixed. Cut this out, so it makes it easier later. Love this no-show poly mesh. Makes everything so much easier. Okay, so there's that cut. Okay, now we'll take our other piece of lining and we will tape it. Actually, I'm going to just tape it up there. So it's taped to the actual hoop. And then I'll send it over and we'll do the last step. Okay. Alrighty then, it looks like everything's stitched down. We're going to remove some tape from everywhere because there's always lots and lots of tape. Always lots and lots of tape. So we'll take the tape off, remove it from the hoop, and trim it up. Be right back. Okay, I've got it all trimmed, and now we're going to turn it right side out through the lining. And this one's going to be kind of easier because it's all fabric, no vinyl. Guess that kind of makes up for, well, I shouldn't say that because I'll probably rip the dang thing just because I think it's going to be so easy. I'm not sure about this fabric either. All right, there we go. Pull up here. My hand up there. Push the corners out. Where's my tool? Actually, because it's fabric, I don't need, well, I will though. All right, sorry about that. All right, let's push these corners out. Okay, there we go. Now let me close up the bottom. Okay, I got the bottom all closed up. I used tape. And I'll show you. I used that tape, peel and stick. Excuse me. All right. Now, normally I would say, let me untape my zipper, but I never taped it because I forgot to open it. So, all right. Now let's turn it right side out from inside the bag. I don't have a pocket, so we don't have to worry about that. Right side out like this. I need to make a strap because this purse is like different. I don't have anything even close. Okay. Turn that one there. Whoops, what is this random thread? All right, look at this. And there we go. Oh, wait. Wait for it. I don't like, it's not neat. All right, there you go. Look. And then there's the bag. It's so pretty. Okay, thank you.